Namandavts, 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 namandavts.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Dolly Parton once said, if you see somebody without a smile, give them one of yours. I'm going to do that. Turn around, give everybody a smile. Okay. My name is Willie Fernandez, and I want to thank you for attending this morning's combined Dharma family and August-September Shochiki monthly memorial service. We'll begin the service with a moment of quiet sitting. Reverend Kurahara will strike the bell, and we'll all take my glasses off. Take 1 or 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then he will strike the bell again, and we'll continue with the service.
Namandavts, namandavts, namandavts. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandavts, namandavts, namandavts.
We'll begin the service. Oh, no, wrong one. Excuse me here. Reverend Kura will now chant Shin Shin Rai, which is on page 27 of the Purple Service Book. Find it in front of you there. He will then offer the dedication Hogyo Hogyobyo Aki Mon. That's close enough. And read the Shochiki names. Following the dedication, Sensei will chant Amida Kyo, which is on page 101 of the Purple Service Book. During the chanting, the Shochiki families are invited to come up and offer incense.
Shin Keirei Namo Shochibu Shi 心敬礼ナモ小宇法死心敬礼ナモ小宇法 Dedication 表白 Today, on this occasion of August and September Shotsuki monthly memorial service, we gather at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple to remember our family members and friends who passed away in the months of August and September. The end of life is inevitable for all beings. We may recognize that this truth, the truth of Buddha's teaching, that everything in this world is impermanent. And yet, as we grieve the parting of our dear loved ones, we find it difficult to accept this truth in our hearts. With great compassion, Amida Buddha established a vow to lead all sentient beings to the realm of nirvana upon their departure from this world, and bring about their attainment of the highest enlightenment and complete liberation from suffering. Because of this vow, they have now become enlightened ones, or Buddhas, who compassionately embrace and guide us on our journey to liberation from suffering in samsara. May we encounter the guidance of the Buddha and deepen our appreciation of the Buddha's compassionate benevolence. May we remember with gratitude all we have received from the deceased, and reaffirm that we continue to spiritually receive the guidance within their embrace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So now I am going to read the names who passed away in the month of August and then also September. John Williams Burns, Masao Fukawa, Raymond Katsumi Fukunaga, Fuyu Furukawa, Katsujiro Furuzawa, Kiyoshi Furuzawa, Hiroku Furuzawa, Yae Furuzawa, Hisao Furuzawa, Kentaro Otsuka Gluck, Yasuko Harano, Misao Hatae, Ralph C. Honda, Ellen Honda, Kazuyoshi Ide, Harry Noboru Ikeda, Reverend Kamon Imamura, Arthur Akira Iwata, Masako Kami, Hiroshi Charles Kaneko, Kimiko Kaneko, Risuno Kaneshita, Soeko Kawamoto, Hiroko Kuwahara, Mitsuo Maegoto, Stanley T. Marubayashi, Hitoshi Marumoto, Kanishi Masui, George Shigeru Matsuoka, Eiko Morishige, Seiichiro Muramoto, Kiyo Nakagawa, Michio Andy Nishikado, Yae Oda, Fujio Okano, Shizue Okubo, Yukie Hiramoto Onizuka, Takaaki Sakamoto, Natsuko Nancy Shimada, 忠尾塩崎、デビのりこ高本、重尾棚田、ロレイン時和、清野富永、末松上村、百蔵山田、とし子山本、久蔵吉永。Now I read the names of the people who passed away in the month of September. 東一有吉、ジュセリン・クランプトン、正野藤永、デニス・グルベス、愛浜本、清明浜本、雅子羽、Dr. Lawrence 勝見原田、アイリーン原口、高代田村平本、千代子平本、Richard 今泉、Mary 石浦、Robert 俊明金子、秋代木野、和子ビートライス河野、峰久保、Arthur W. Long、春江真希、ジョナルド義明松原、テッド照夫前田、正美前田、美佐子宮本、日売リリー宮本、君江森本、アリス花子村上、早瀬子長平、ヘイゼル春子中林、米蔵中垣、又平中平、生中曽、吉子ジーン中曽、三志野島、歓喜小田、ゴードン大石、惣左衛門沖田、琴沖田、恵子小野ムーアーズ、善太郎太田、高志ジョン酒井、玄徳崎山、ヘレンよしこ佐藤、静江塩崎、安幸白丸、松武田、義平棚田、虎棚田、エドワード秀一月村、伊予の脇田、住子山村、ひなえ横田、音市吉田、鶴子吉田。So the those people will be remembered during today's service. So now we would like to have a sutra chanting Amida Kyo, which is on page 101. So you can find a brief explanation of this sutra chanting on page 101. Then the sutra chanting part starts from page 103. So you are welcome to join this sutra chanting Amida Kyo, or you can silently follow the English translation at the bottom of each page. And then during sutra chanting, family members of Shotsuki, and then please do incense offering. お焼香。ナマンダウツ、ナマンダウツ、ナマンダウツ、ナマンダウツ。せん阿弥陀経如税我門一時仏在者へ国義樹記購読音陽大比丘衆1250人空海税大あらか修正知識長老シャリホッマカモケンレ マカカショマカカ千年マカクチラリハタシュリハンダガナンダアナンダラゴラキョボンハダイビンズルハラダカルダイマカコヒンナンハクラアヌルダ妙税東初大弟子病床菩薩マカサ文殊師利法王子愛多菩薩天高大菩薩上昇人菩薩陽尿税と初大菩薩牛釈大観音と無料商店大祝二次仏語長老舎利法十税裁縫果十万の区分度無世界妙圧極楽合同有仏語阿弥陀根源在説法舎利法非道が公明意極楽五国修上無宿単樹昇楽公明極楽無舎利法極楽国道七十乱十七十羅も七十五十改税司法主総医女税公被告明圧極楽ウ舎利法極楽国道ウシポチ白毒水十万五中地大順に根社富士新平街道金言ルリハリ五条上老閣薬医金言ルリハリ社交釈衆名の二言直視地中蓮華大尿車輪小式小古大式王公釈式釈教白式白古二妙高血舎利法極楽国道上寿尿税功徳正語無舎利法非仏国道上佐天学黄金二次中夜六時二万だらけ五国修上上位昇誕各位英国上昇妙家供養他方十万の区分即位直時玄東本国凡時協業舎利法極楽国土上寿尿税功徳正言武士舎利法非国上右修十奇妙雑式市長白光空弱オウム舎利過料便が愚名市長税商州長中夜六時水和下音合音年長合根合力七宝大分八正道分尿税東方合同修女門前王に開始念仏年法年祖舎利法尿物医師長実税財宝少々小医者が非仏国土無三幕宗舎利法合仏国土小無三幕道司名が教宇実税小宗長改税阿弥陀仏欲両法温泉流変化少佐舎利法非仏国土未風水道小法五十牛法ラも水味妙音非尿百千十学同時空差門前王社開示年少念仏年法年相死死舎利法合仏国土上寿尿税功徳正言舎利法お尿意運が非仏が皇后阿 阿弥陀シャリホトンヒブトン光明無量生じ報国無償生下税皇后意阿弥陀ウシャリホトヒブトン寿命牛語人民無量無辺阿僧義故光明阿弥陀シャリホトン阿弥陀仏成仏以来王根実行ウシャリホトンヒブトン無量無辺正門弟子海あらかん非税三十師匠の地消防殺種薬部尿税シャリホトンヒブトン国土成就尿税空読将軍ウシャリホトン極楽国土修上少者海税阿鼻バチゴチュタウ一生不詳ご主人他非税三十章の知識単海無量無辺な葬儀公説シャリホトン修上門者応答ホトン願願書被告小医者が特用尿税症状前に空営一生シャリホトン深い小前後特因年特小被告シャリホトン脈前難死前用人門説阿弥陀仏修持名号脈一日脈二日脈三日脈四日脈五日脈六日脈七日神父乱五人臨妙十字阿弥陀仏幼少修上現在午前前人修持神父天道即徳往生阿弥陀仏極楽国土シャリホトン崖税理公正死言脈修上門税拙者応答ホトン願消費国土シャリホトン尿が根者三段阿弥陀仏不可思議空読逃亡薬阿宿美仏趣味総仏大趣味仏趣味公仏妙音仏尿税等合賀者首相仏各王合国水光上絶相偏風三千大先生界戦上実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議空読一切小仏称号年魚シャリホトン南方正界ウ日が当仏妙門公仏大円見仏趣味当仏無料精進仏尿税等合賀者首相仏各王合国水光上絶相偏風三千大先生界戦上実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議空読一切小仏称号年魚シャリホトン西方正界無料十仏無料僧無料道仏大公仏大名仏発想仏上皇仏尿税等合賀者首相各王合国水光上絶相偏風三千大先生界戦上実言尿等修上等身税小差不可思議空読一切小仏称号年魚シャリホトン北方正界右縁見仏最小音仏南小仏一生仏毛明仏尿税等合賀者首相仏各王合国水光上絶相偏風三千大先生界戦上実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議空読一切小仏称号年魚シャリホトン芸法正界ウシシ仏妙門仏妙高仏達摩仏報道仏自法仏尿税等合賀者首相仏各王合国水光上絶相 天風三千大先生会戦場実言尿と修上等身税小三風化市議空読一切小仏小五年魚シャリホン情報正解ウボンの仏宿の仏工場仏高校仏大円見仏雑式法系言神仏パラ十王仏法系特仏見一切義仏妙趣味千仏妙税と合賀社修正仏各王合国水工上絶素天風三千大先生会戦場実言尿と修上等身税小三風化市議空読一切小仏小五年行シャリ発王尿意運河羅光明意一切小仏小五年行シャリ発脈全南市全陽人門絶小仏小説明牛行明税小全南市全陽人会一切小仏偶小五年大徳風大天皇阿のくたら三脈三宝大税公シャリ発尿等海と真珠が五牛小部小説シャリ脈人異発願根発願東発願翼小阿弥陀仏国者税商人と海徳風大天皇阿のくた三脈三宝大王妃国土脈衣小脈根上脈道税公シャリ発小全南市全陽人脈信者応答発願消費国土異発が根三小仏不可思議空読非小仏と役小説が不可思議空読二差前言釈迦牟尼仏の偉人な慶右指示のシャバ国土豪辱悪世公辱賢辱煩悩辱修上辱妙辱中毒阿のくたら三脈三宝大異小修上節税一切政権南進司法シャリホス統治が王豪辱悪世行使難事徳阿のくたら三脈三宝大一切政権摂氏南進司法税偉人な仏摂氏教義シャリホン教書ビク一切政権天人アシュラ等文部諸説寛義真珠さらいにこ仏説阿弥陀経アマンダブアマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブアンニシクドク平等聖祭道本菩提心往生安楽 Please put your hands together in Gasho. Namanda, Vtsnamanda, 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 Vtsnamanda.
Please rise if you're able to follow along with the Gatha Namu Amida Butsu, which is on page 174 of the Purple Service Book. And please remain standing for the reading of the Golden Chain. So I will now recite the Golden Chain 2 on page 15 of the Purple Service Book. Golden Chain 2. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect every on ourselves. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Dhamma Das. You may be seated. Now we'll have a Dharma message from Reverend Kuhara.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you very much for attending today's service. How are you today? So it's the first Sunday. No, already it's August. Yeah, time flies. Yeah. We celebrated the 2025 just a couple months ago, but it's already August. Hope. Okay, so before I start my Dharma message, I would like to read this passage, How to Listen to the Dharma. If you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. I listen as if I'm listening for the first time. I listen as if the message is for myself alone. I listen as if this is the last chance to listen to the Dharma. In Japanese, 聴聞の心得。この度のこのご縁は初事と思うべし。この度のこのご縁は我一人のことと思うべし。 この度のこのご縁は本上最後と思うべし。ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。ナマンダ仏。ナマンダ仏。ナマンダ仏。Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's service. ありがとうございます。Yeah, so, do you remember when I started serving this temple? ね、もう many years ago. I said just many years ago. But I started January 2018. Before the COVID started, and it's already 7 years. ね、I really appreciate your nice Dharma friendship, and then always nice, to me, kind to me, and also my family. ね And then reading the names of Shotsuki, our friends who passed away in the months of August and then September. When I, started my assignment, kind of, people, who I didn't know, but now, some of them I conducted their, funeral memorial service, and then some of them, I'm familiar with those names. So means I spend a good time at this temple, and then have a good relationship with temple members. ありがとうございます。So this is the passage I'm going to read for my Dharma message today. This is a kind of quote from the writings by our founder, Shinran Shoni. So if you can, one more time, please put your hands together in Gassho. Contemplating the power of the Amida Buddha's primal vow, I see that no one who encounters it passes by in vain. It quickly brings the fullness and perfection, the great treasure ocean of virtues. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So since last Tuesday, I've been helping with a study trip for high school students from Japan. The school is called Chikushi Women's High School, Chikushi Jogakuen. And it is located in Fukuoka, Japan. Anybody who has relatives from like Fukuoka? Oh, nice. And then the school was founded in the early 20th century by Reverend Tetsuei Mizuki sensei. And Tetsuei Mizuki, who was a Jodo Shinshu priest, Jodo Shinshu minister. And Mizuki sensei, Reverend Mizuki, was the second bishop at the top of the Buddhist Churches of America, our organization, BCA. And then he also served as a minister, Kaikyoshi minister, at the Buddhist Church of Oakland, which is the next temple to us. So realizing the importance of education for women during his time in the United States, Reverend Mizuki, returned to Japan, and he founded the school. So because of this connection, the founder, and then BCA, Bay Area. So Chikushi Women's High School started its Bay Area study trip last year. And this year, we have 16 students, and then 2 teachers for just 1 week program. So in the past, they came last Tuesday, so in the past 5 days, they've visited many places, and then they learned many things. So those are the kind of part of their activities in the Bay Area. So we visited, I think that as a Wednesday, Golden Gate Bridge and Twin Peaks. But morning time in especially San Francisco, the peninsula side. So unfortunately, it was very foggy. Especially Twin Peaks, we couldn't see anything, just white. Last year too, yeah. And then I've lived in the Bay Area for over 20 years. I came to Berkeley 2003. So over 20 years, but this time was actually my first time working across the Golden Gate Bridge. It took maybe 30, 40 minutes. As you know, it was very windy and then cold and then, kind of overcast, cloudy, sky. And then also it was very noisy, like so many cars, buses, trucks passing by. So it's very noisy to talk to each other. Although, high school girls, they talk, kind of loud voice talking to each other. And in Japan, I'm from Japan too, we don't learn much about the history of Japanese Americans, especially wartime. Yeah. So we visited the Japanese American Museum in San Jose. And it was very meaningful experience, especially for students to learn, to know what happened during the World War II. And also we went to visit the Japan town in San Jose. And then today we have a Pam. And she kind of designed the logo of the San Jose Japan town. So we had a group picture in front of the San Jose like a Japan town logo. Nice. Pat-san, thank you very much. Pam-san, thank you very much. And then we went to since there is a Stanford and the Cal, like a top universities here. So we had a campus tours at Stanford and then Cal. There is a gift shop on the campus of Stanford. Yeah, they supported the U.S. economy a lot. That means they kind of got a lot of gifts, omiyage, spend a lot of money. Really surprised me how much they spend. But gift shop, everything is kind of expensive, but still, yeah. And especially right now, exchange rate between U.S. dollar and the Japanese yen is really weak. So I'm sure I hope their parents wouldn't get upset how much they spend. And then Friday, 2 days ago, we had a dinner and fun games at this temple, Berkeley Buddhist Temple. Thank you for letting us use this facility. And then we also invited the members of the Bay District Junior Y BA members. And then yesterday morning, we had a speaker. She's working for Meta. And she came and then she's more like an engineer side, and she talked about the latest technology. Actually, she brought the latest VR, and then connected to the big screen, and then demonstrated the games, and the girls really liked it. And then also now they have glasses with Ray-Ban. That is really cool. I myself, I want that. It's really cool. Yeah. She did a great job as a Meta worker. Yes, high school student. They said, going back to Japan, I want ask parents to buy it. And then yesterday evening we took a bath. I think to reduce the cost, I kind of we use a lot of bath here and there. So last night we took a bath from downtown Berkeley to Lake Merritt, and then we joined the Obon dance at the Oakland Temple. Yeah. And then some students, they even brought their yukata, Japanese cross, summer cross, yukata from Japan, and then joined the bon odori, bon dance. And then most of them first time to dance bon odori. Because now, myself too, my kind of bon dance, kind of almost first time, until I came to here, I didn't dance obon dance in Japan. Yeah. Kind of dying out. Obon dance is dying out in Japan. But here, Japanese American people, keep this wonderful tradition. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. But most girls, their first time to join the bon dance, maybe they are so good at dancing. Yeah. It's amazing. And today, they are not here because they are at the other shore. I mean, San Francisco Temple. They attend the San Francisco Temple Sunday service. And then after that, they go to Japantown, San Francisco, have a lunch. And then they go to MoMA, Modern Art Museum. and then come back in the evening. And then I think they will go to last shopping to Trader Joe's. Many Japanese people like a Trader Joe's, especially like a shopping bag. But if you have a chance to go to Japan and then wondering what to buy for gift omiyage to Japan, I think Trader Joe's shopping bag is very popular. And then tomorrow morning, they will take a return flight back to Japan. So came last Tuesday, and then tomorrow next morning, just 6 days in the United States. So last night talking to them, and then one girl, she said, so time goes by, but very slowly when I was at home in Japan. But here, every day ends so quickly. And then another girl said, I don't want to go back home. So I understand, especially because of the heat and then humidity, summertime Japan, and then weather in the Bay Area is so nice. I say I'm so spoiled now because of the nice weather in the Bay Area. Well, when I heard those words like this from them girls, I thought to myself, yes, because their joy, they really enjoy this study trip in the Bay Area is the best rewards for me and then those who host this program. So they stayed at the Jodo Shinshu Center. Many people, including Bishop Harada. Bishop, he likes cooking, so he prepares meals. And then Judy here, and then like Michael, and then Pam-san is here, who's there, and then Pat, and then who else? Susan, and then Lumiko-san. So many people came to the JC Jodo Shinshu Center and help us. So students really enjoyed wonderful meals, snacks, cookies, handmade cookies. And then nice, place to stay. So, it's, it's a great, for BCA to have a Jodo Shinshu Center. ありがとうございます。Yes. Oh, Yuki made a lot of, also Ike-san もshe made a lot of, cookies and then watermelon. 本当 because of the support from many people, they had a really wonderful time. So that's why they said, I don't want to go home. So besides the speaker from Meta, we also had a kind of Dharma session, Dharma time, from former Bishop Reverend Umezu Sensei. And Reverend Umezu, he's also from Fukuoka. And so it's nice to have Fukuoka people talk to each other, meet each other. And a student learned, a lot during this trip, like a U.S. culture, English, and then history, technology. But Umezu Sensei, Reverend Umezu, reminded them that learning the Dharma is also very important, or even more important than anything else. So Buddha Dharma teaches us to notice things we often miss or overlook in our everyday lives. Whether young or old, we all need the Dharma. If we meet the Dharma especially when we're still young, we can live deeper and more meaningful life for longer time if we encounter the Dharma when we are young. So even though Umezu Sensei's talk was right after lunch, for speakers, talk after lunch is really tough time. Especially those high school students, they stay late at night. But Umezu Sensei, Reverend Umezu, he spoke with great passion, talking to them. So today's service is our monthly memorial service, Shotsuki Hoyo. And then some of you may have lost your loved ones in the months of August or September. Losing someone we love is very painful and challenging. But at the same time, especially Jodo Shinshu tradition, this memorial service, funeral service reminds us to to reflect importance of reflecting on our own coming death, how to deal with my own kind of end of life. So I would like to share a story from this book written by Reverend Dr. Seigen Yamaoka. In this book, he shares real stories from his many years as a minister. I think he was a minister for over 40 years and then experienced many things as a minister. So today's story is about his encounter, his talk, Dharma kind of conversation, communication with a member named Alfred. I hope the font is large enough, especially people sitting back there. Front pews are still open. You can move, come front to read them. So I quoted some pages from this book to share Yamaoka Sensei's story with this member, Alfred. Real life stories, Alfred. So maybe you can read. So this is a conversation between Yamaoka Sensei and then him, Alfred. Thank you, Sensei, for coming. I know you're busy. So I changed the kind of style. Italic is the words by Alfred, and then this regular font is Yamaoka Sensei. Then I hear you're very ill. Yes, I am, but I think I will be able to get well. It is hard to say what will happen. I know it is very difficult because we want the things to go one way and it goes in way we cannot control. That's the truth. So that's why in Buddhism we say Saha world. Saha world is kind of we need to do many things that we cannot control. That is the reality of this world. So this is a part I'd like to talk to you about. How do you go about living with your things you cannot control? I haven't gone to church. He's very honest. I haven't gone to church that much. So can you please tell me? And I don't know the extent of your illness, but if I may, I'd like to give you some examples of people who found meaning in Amida Buddha and when they accept the fact that they are going to die. Alfred encountered me to continue and saying, that's what I need to hear. Then I proceeded to relate him for 4 examples of how people awaken to the meaning of gratitude in dying. So Alfred asked, but what can gratitude do? So I replied, gratitude in Amida Buddha can free you from self-pity, which binds you to so many things. It opens your eyes to a new world seen every day, but not really seen at all. Sometimes our actual eyes overlook, miss many things. So we need a kind of spiritual eyes to capture all those things. So things taken for granted will start to have meaning, but more important, it opens you up to live in truth. Finally, because gratitude sets you free from yourself, your life will become full of joy and meaning. You will live fully and see in a short time what you didn't see for a wide lifetime. Life becomes more meaningful, such as love, hope, and family. Sometimes, we have something important is invisible, unseen. Alfred asked Father, is hope a bad thing to have? And the Yamaoka Sensei replied, if it is a hope based on gratitude, it will be very meaningful because it is free from self-pity. Selfish hope can only lead further depression because it will try to deny the end of life. Our conversation ended with the intent to meet again. I have a lot to think about, which is good. He received kind of a lot of homework to think. And then thank you, Sensei, for coming, but please come again. And Yamaoka Sensei said, I'd be glad to. So during our second meeting, as we talked about the meaning of true life in gratitude, he remarked, life can be so beautiful if we can understand this simple truth. The world would be safe and a better place to live. People should understand this truth as soon as possible. This is very heavy, powerful words from the mouth of Alfred. Not wait until it is almost too late. It is truth, which they could understand if they tried. His statement indicated to me that Alfred had truly thought through our previous discussion. And then the third meeting, very crucial for Alfred. His condition was not good at all. And then he began our conversation by asking, Sensei, what does compassion mean? As he went, thinking about the deeper meaning of gratitude or Amida Buddha. And then he got a question about the compassion. I answered, in terms of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, Amida Buddha's compassion means that the Buddha suffers with you. Buddha is happy with you. Buddha always, is letting you know that compassion forsakes no one. No matter who you are, no matter, the person may be, right? And then he responded, that's the part that worried me. You see, I haven't gone to the temple or, being very active as a temple member. I really regret this. And I don't feel that I'm worthy to be accepted in the compassion of Amida Buddha. He was very, honest, disclosing what he felt. And then Yamaoka Sensei replied to Alfred, the Buddha's compassion forsakes no one. I feel that your feeling of unworthiness means that you are already in the compassion of Amida Buddha. And this is very powerful, beautiful words from Yamaoka Sensei. We ended our conversation with him saying, I truly feel unworthy, but at the same time, I feel so grateful. Namo Amida Butsu. So words of Namo Amida Butsu came out from Alfred. So his expression of Nembutsu recitation was reddened with emotion. And then this is the last slide of the quote. So a few weeks later, I received a call from Alfred's son saying that his father was fading in and out of a coma. But I had asked for me. So Yamaoka Sensei went to as soon as possible. And Alfred was in a coma, but as soon as Yamaoka Sensei took his hand, and then he opened his eyes and said, thank you for coming, Sensei. You have been a great help. Yamaoka Sensei said to him, compassion is all around you. It is in the love of your life, the concerned voices of your children, the sounds coming from outside. He replied, yes, I know. I'm grateful. And then, that's how he, concluded his life. Yeah. So I think this is how we ministers sometimes, experience, encounter. Yeah. So gratitude, at the beginning of this talk, gratitude is, I talked about the gratitude. And then gratitude is one of the most important things in our lives. The Buddha Dharma or Amida Buddha helps us to see how much we've received from others since we are born. They, Amida Buddha, Buddha Dharma, they help us, develop our eyes or heart to see or to appreciate those things. We are also reminded that there is always Buddhas, Amida Buddhas, with us. No matter who we are, wherever we are, whenever it is, what kind of situation we face, this Buddha is always with us. Realizing this gives us the strength to face, or deal with challenges, difficulties in our everyday lives. So as you saw in the story of Alfred, he deeply experienced these things at the end of his life. So, through the conversation with Yamaoka Sensei, Alfred gradually realized that many important things in our everyday life. But not only like compassion and gratitude. Through listening deeply to the Buddha Dharma, we also learn, for example, like a humility, humble attitude to accept our mistakes, right? So in our everyday lives, we make mistakes. So then what should he do? We could say, no, that's not my fault. That's you. No, you are wrong. Or maybe we kind of humbly accept, acknowledge, admit our, mistakes. The kind of humility or humble attitude is very important. That's also nurtured by Buddha Dharma. And then, or maybe, Buddha Dharma sometimes gives us a broader perspective or different perspectives. And then that's how we can be more flexible, because of different perspectives gives us different ways to, see things or deal with the situation. That kind of flexibility is another great, gift or virtues we can receive this Buddha Dharma. So listening to the Buddha Dharma, receiving the guidance of Amida Buddha, our everyday life, we receive so many gifts or virtues from this teaching, the guidance. So today I selected this quote, this hymn composed by Shinran Shonin Venerable Shinran. So Amida Buddha is the one who truly wishes for us to grow in this way. And then Amida Buddha wishes we will develop such important qualities, virtues in our everyday lives. So that's why Shinran Shonin said, Venerable Shinran said, contemplating the power of Amida Buddha, primal Ba, Buddha always try deliver this kind of guidance or light to us. And then once we receive it or we encounter this Buddha Dharma, no one kind of passes by in vain this life. And then at the end of life, we can kind of be liberated from this life of samsara and then attain life, kind of birth in the Pure Land and then become a Buddha. So meeting the Buddha Dharma and then listening deeply to this Buddha's teaching makes our everyday life rich, profound, and meaningful. And then the source of this power, Buddha's power, is compassion and then wisdom. When we awaken to this compassion, embracing us all the time, and then awaken to wisdom, Buddha's wisdom, and working, directing to us, then our voice of Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, or Namman Butsu, Namman Butsu comes out from our mouth, which is our kind of verbal response to the calling, kind of voiceless, voice or calling or working from Amida Buddha or truth. So, regardless of age, old and young, and then race doesn't matter. So I think it's very important to listen deeply the Dharma, and then we can live a meaningful, deep life. So let's try to continue to listen to the Dharma. Again, thank you very much for coming to today's service. I would like to conclude my Dharma message leading this hymn one more time. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gasho. Contemplating the power of Amida Buddha's primal vow, I see that no one who encounters it passes by in vain. It quickly brings to fullness and perfection the great treasure ocean of virtues. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sensei, for that wonderful Dharma talk. Where am I? Announcements. Okay.
One more song. Really
Gomen?
Yeah, another Gasar.
Oh, God. Anybody want to sing?
Yes.
please rise if you're able to. Filming along with the Gatha Ondo Kusan 2, which is on page 220 of the Purple Service Book. So if you could please rise if you're able to. Let's sing. Thank you. Now you can be seated. So I'd like to welcome the following new guests. And if you're able to stand, or you can wave. Is there a Glenn Tao? From LA? Yes. All right. And Ming Lai from LA. And Bawana? Welcome. Where are you from?
Nepal.
Nepal. Oh, welcome. Welcome. Sunil? Nepal? Oh, welcome. And Michiko? Where are you from?
Watsonville.
Watsonville. Okay, know it well. Okay. Now I'll read some the announcements. Finally, what does this say? All about Obon on August 7th at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Berkeley Public Library North Branch, which is over there. The program will feature a talk from Reverend Kuwahara and a dance demonstration and instruction from Yumi Hata of the American Bon Consortium. Please join if you can. BBT Taiko 2025 Summer Recital, which is on the Saturday, August 9th at 2 to 2:45 at the temple. Oh, so come and enjoy the BBT Taiko Summer Session, friends and family recital. Performers from both the beginning and intermediate classes will play, as well as great performances from Jiten Daiko. Oh, Sunday service will be on a summer break, so we won't be coming back until September 14th. And the new school year will start at September 14th. Okay, is there any other announcements? Hi.
Well, I've got a lot to talk about today. I could really segue on what you talked about today about gratitude. And welcome, everybody. It's good to see you, and friends from everywhere. Welcome. I'm Sadaka Kashiwagi, and Sensei talked about gratitude. You know, it is really important that we say thank you now while people are still living. And how many saw the film One Fight in the Irishman when we showed it here? Okay, not too many. So One Fight in the Irishman will be presented in San Francisco at JCC NC. And Mr. Collins Jr., Hiroshi Shimizu, and myself will be on the panel. Now, we owe Mr. Collins a huge, huge, huge debt, the Japanese community. Because of him, we're here, really. He was able to clear the names of over 500 people, resistors, and it took him 15 years. Him and his team of Mrs. Wada and Mr. Nakamura, I think his name. And they couldn't do it, class action. They had to do each person one by one. And much of it was pro bono. And the two people who actually wrote him a thank you note was my husband, Hiroshi Kashiwagi, and Mr. Tanaka. And if you know the San Francisco Tanaka family, Nanayo is very active in the Bukkyokai over there. So anyway, this is going to be shown, and One Fighting Irishman with Mr. Collins, Hiroshi Shimizu, and I will be on the panel. And there will be a question and answer time. And I wish you could come and actually say thank you to this man. He really, really appreciates, his father, rather. He, as I say, he was born in Sacramento, and he just said he did it because it was the right thing to do. And he cursed everybody else up and down, and he just pulled no punches as to who was pointing fingers and all this. So you were saying something about give somebody a smile. That's important too. That's very important. And if you get you're depressed, just say hello, and you can't help laughing. So anyway, please, if you can make it, come. Hi, arigato. Arigato, sensei.
ルミ子さん、確かこれって E メールでアナウンスしてないんですよ、これですね。Yeah, I saw a flyer or something announcement somewhere.
Yeah, so.
If you want to know about the details, please ask Sadako-san. はい、ありがとうございます。はい、Sadako-san、ありがとうございました。Then I'd like to say thank you to all those who have today's service possible. First is a wonderful, great job. Really, ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. And then thank you, live streaming team, for your help during today's live streaming service. ありがとうございました。Thank you. And then Emiko-san, thank you very much for playing a beautiful piano as usual. ありがとうございました。 And then thank you, Tala, for being a minister's assistant. ね、ありがとうございます。And then thank you, August Toban monthly group, for your help to prepare the refreshment in the social hall. ありがとうございます。So this concludes today's service. As Willie announced, so we have a summer break, and then the next Sunday service here is September 14th. ね、はい、ありがとうございました。Thank you everyone who joined the service today, and then in person, virtually. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much.